Welcome back. If you just joined us, this is The Press. We're reaching you live from KAFTAN's television studio here in the nation's capital, Abuja. If you just joined us, you're right on time for the analysis, because we've already read out the headlines, so you've actually missed out on that. But then you can still join in the conversation today. Our phone lines are now open. You can call in to make your contributions or ask your questions. And remember to turn down the volume of your TV set, and you only have 1 minute. My guest on the show this morning is Richard Oriri, Public Affairs Analyst. Great to have you on the show this morning.
It's my pleasure. Good morning.
Good morning. And I like the fact that you came with your red cap. In Igbo people's language, red. Hey. Okay, so let's talk. There's so many things to talk about. So many things to talk about. But we will start with, there's a story I'm actually looking at. Okay. Nigerian Tribune says Obi kicks against proposed purchase of presidential aircraft, says government's plan to buy new jets demonstrate extreme insensitivity and recklessness to citizens' struggle. At this point in time, when inflations are 39.95%, Richard Oriri, if you go to the market, you can't even buy tomato of 500. It's 3 pieces for 1,000. Onions is 1 ball for 200. And in fact, if you're able to cook a very good jollof rice, very good looking Nigerian jollof rice, at this point, some people will say, in fact, they need to call EFCC on you. But then the government will tell you, keep enduring. Tinubu's speech during apart from the democracy speech, but his statement during the Salah celebration after the Salah prayers, he said that Nigerians should keep enduring, that we need people who has patience. And now you go to the flip side. Nigerians, okay, we've understand. Let's keep enduring and having patience. But then you see stories like this saying that the presidency is planning to buy a new presidential aircraft for the president and the vice president. But then you have Obi who has kicked against it. Some other Nigerians have kicked against it. Do you think this is that priority at this moment?
Thank you, Annabel. Good morning, Nigerians. I listened to one of the media organizations yesterday, analyzing the statement released by the former governor of Anambra State, His Excellency Peter Obi, and the immediate past candidate of Labour Party, the just concluded 2023 election. From my own perspective and my thinking about what Obi have said, I can take it to be that, yes, it's a propaganda. I see it as a propaganda.
What
because
is a propaganda?
Propaganda in the sense that the motive of his intention, of what he meant, is different from what he said.
Are you talking of Peter Obi?
Peter Obi, yes. In propaganda, you don't clearly come out with what your intentions are, but you say things to convince or to make your listeners to look at what you are saying from the direction that you are saying it, but internally, inwardly, that's not what you meant. If Obi is the president of Nigeria today, and his mobility is not thing to talk about, as a nationalist who respects the image of this country, who values the system called Nigerian nation, there is no how Nigerians, even outside politicians, will not say that their leader should have a good mobility for safety first, until you have life before you can save others' life. Even you, as you are now, if you are not alive, you can't care about caring about your children will be something secondary. You must pray to survive first before you can save others. Now, yes, he has taken the challenge of leadership, and he's seeing the pain of the masses. Yes, I know we are all facing the brunt of what is happening in Nigeria, but that is not enough for one to say if the presidential aircraft is bad, that we should not find a way to buy in another one for the president. Just few weeks ago, I don't think it's not up to a month, that Iranian president lost his life through a crash. And of recent as well, vice president in one of the countries in Africa, the same thing happened. Are we saying that we should wait until our president died? And at the end, the same oppositions will be talking about, yes, he has died because the land is against him. Like the other day that as an elderly person, he was climbing in Eagle Square to the van, climbing up to the van, and there was a mishap, and the man fell. Even if it is your own father that fell down, ordinarily you are not supposed to be making jest of the person.
But he never made jest of him. No one.
Atiku Abubakar said things like that. On social media, too many Nigerians who are not true, I can say they don't look at the country from the angle of nationalists. Yes, Nigerians are facing difficulties. There is no family, no individual in this country today that is not facing the difficulties that is the economic brunt that is hitting everybody across the country. And I don't think it's applicable to Nigeria alone. It's almost all over the world. But our own, yes, we have been complaining to the president. This is what is going on, which he is seeing it. But to say that the presidential aircraft, if the one he's using now is bad, that he should not get a new one, I am not in support of that. Because I will not wait for my president to die first before I think of action that should have been taken before such thing happened. Proactive spirit should be what we would be looking at. And in our being proactive, we have to look at what he's using. Is it okay? If it's not okay, let us get another one for him. Me, I'm in support of National Assembly coming together and other relevant agencies that are involved in putting things together to ensure that they get him a befitting aircraft. I am in support of it.
Okay, so there's a particular journalist, I'm not going to mention his name or his medium, that says that what is wrong with president using or flying airpiece? What is wrong with president flying Dana? Do you agree with such statements?
I don't equally agree, because what is there is that I see such persons as populists. When they are not in power, what they do is to stand on the part of the poor. But the moment you give them little opportunity to lead, you see them being against the same poor. The person talking there is talking from the angle of a populist, and it's not being truthful to himself. Look around the world. Which president in the Western world first? Let us just forget about the global South. Global South, there is Africa, Asia, North America, and all of these developing and underdeveloping countries. They are the global South. Which president is traveling through public aircraft? Is there any research that can tell us that before we, as Nigerians, can say, since this president is traveling in public aircraft, then our own, we will advise you, if there's no, since the economy is so bad now, we will advise that you go on a public.
Are we supposed to take lessons from that, because other presidents are not flying public aircraft.
That is
so we should not.
That is personal opinion. He can even be used, if he likes today, now he would choose to be using bicycle. It's personal. But governance suggests he is the president of this country. His life is more special, not just to you or to me, but to Nigeria, because I am an individual, you are an individual, but the country remains. He is the image of this country today, and his life means so much to everyone, even if it's not from your party, even if it's not your brother, even if it's not from your region, even if it's not from your ethnic group. He's the president of Nigeria today, and he's the one flying the image of this country. Anything that happens to him happens to every one of us, and the nation, Nigeria first is the name they will mention. Nigerian president died in aircraft. It's to me, it's unfair. It's unfair.
All right, let's take other stories, because we have so many things to discuss about this morning. And then we go straight to, we're seeing the picture of former President Olusegun Obasanjo with the First Lady, still on the Nigerian Tribune. In fact, most of the papers have it, and then say he went to visit the president's wife few days after flying the president's cap. That is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That after a few days after Obasanjo wore his signature cap, now he went to visit the wife, because there's an alliance coming that is brewing. Do you see it as such?
President Olusegun Obasanjo and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I think they are of the same. If they are not of the same age grade, then Obasanjo should be his elder. And if Obasanjo is his elder, then today, if you look at it first from regional perspective, in the Yoruba race, Obasanjo is an elderly statesman. And if his brother is the leader, and again, he was trained to have respect for leadership as an ex-military officer. He was trained to have respect for leadership. And today that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the president of this country, I think Obasanjo, former President Olusegun Obasanjo, have every right to say he's supporting the president for the sake, even if it is not for the sake of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but for the sake of Nigeria. He would do everything to support him. And his visit to the wife, if there is anything going wrong in any family, and you want to get close to the husband, to the man who is the head of the family, the best angle to take it from is the wife. And Obasanjo, who sees that soft power strength in women, because every woman have that soft power strength. Every woman, they have that soft power strength, and they know how to talk to their husband to win their hearts. So maybe from one or two things that the former president have seen happening in the country, and maybe talking to the president directly may not yield results, and he thinks maybe if I should share this with the wife, and through the wife, maybe something different will happen. Maybe it could be that he's taking that from that angle. Maybe that could be his strategy. And another, even if he has fly the president's cap, the Tinubu's image, that doesn't mean.
So the Matrix newspaper tagged it as holy truths. Is that what you see it as?
It's not just a holy truths.
Let's quickly take this call before. Let's quickly take this call before. Go ahead. Please turn down the volume of your TV set so we can hear you, or move away from it.
Hello.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Good morning. Hello.
Tell us your name and where you're calling us from. We can hear you.
Good morning. I'm coming from Kebbi State.
All right, go ahead, please. Which of the story interests you?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How is Kebi this morning? Happy Salah in arrears.
Thank you very much, sir.
Go ahead, please. You have 1 minute.
My name is Omega Opeyemi.
Mr. Opeyemi from Kebbi State. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Go ahead, we can hear you. Okay, please ensure that you turn down the volume of your TV set before you call so that we can hear each other. Go ahead, please. Land on your thoughts. So now, do you accept the fact that there's an unholy truce going on for the fact that because he has always been a major critique of this current administration?
Anybody who have love for this country, anybody who have that passion for the country's growth and development and for the peace of this country, this is the right time to go around to move around leaders and see how you give them advice for the development of the country. What you are seeing from a distance, that maybe the leader is not seeing it. Instead of you being standing on the fence, criticizing, the best thing for you to do, you can go find a way to see how you will share idea with such leaders and see how changes will come to play. I think President Olusegun Obasanjo is not doing anything wrong from what I'm seeing him doing. It's not just the president's wife that he has visited. The other day I saw him in Bayelsa State, and the other day I saw him in Rivers State. The other day I saw him again in one of these states in the north. He's going around leaders to see how development will come to their society, to their environment. Because anyone that says he or she is not seeing what is going on in the country, then you are not being truthful to yourself and to the nation. So the best is sort of being a critic, just a critic. Leave that aspect to the media. Leave that aspect to the media, civil society organizations. But as a statesman, then the best thing for you to do is to advise leaders on what to do. If you can't have a means of reaching out to them, you can write letter. There's nothing stopping you as a citizen from writing a letter to your president. If you have written once, you've written the second time, the third time, and you are not seeing sign of him reading your letters, then you can publish it, open letter. You can even put it on newspaper for him. But just hiding and hitting leaders, criticizing. What if they give you the position? Will you be different? Like in the case of His Excellency Peter Obi now. If Obi happened to be the president and he said Aircarft is not working well, there's no how, even if we are all dying of hunger, there's no how we will say our president should not have a better Aircarft. So it's not advisable at all for anyone to go to that direction. Yes, there's hunger in the land, yes, but till tomorrow, even despite this hunger and everything going on, I keep saying it, nobody will tell me that Nigeria doesn't have money.
All right, let's
Nigeria have money.
Let's take this call before we go ahead. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Ola. I'm calling from Lagos, Ikeja.
Caller from Lagos, Ikeja. Good to hear from you. Go ahead, please. Which story interests you this morning?
Your guest. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. So I just want to pick on the issue that has to do with presidential jet that former governor of Annabel spoke about.
Right.
And I want to say that as much as it is good to protect the president of Nigeria, then the government should desist from telling the labor that they don't have money. This issue of saying continually that government don't have money, and government are spending money, it's like you are saying one thing and you are doing another thing. If you don't have money to pay this one, then we should not see government saying we are building vice president, house for vice president, and when labor don't have money to be paid. We are buying jet is good. But somebody, so the should enjoy Nigeria, not for the government alone.
All right. Thank you so much. Your contribution is very well taken. Let's quickly take the next call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
This is my voice audible enough.
Yes, it is.
Okay, my name is Fortune. Fortune Articulate.
All right, go ahead. Which of the stories interest you this morning?
Alright. I don't want to. Your guest in the house today is very, very confused and it sounds very funny. Before now, I want to talk about the presidential jet that has been ordered. Is it that before now that the country does not have presidential aircraft, or what? Or what is the basis of defending or condemning the statement made by Peter Odu in this case? Because your guest in this house that you forget some other substance that is contained in the comment that he made. You are not worried about the fact that 12 years ago, according to the statistics that he brought out, that Nigeria was $500 billion GDP, and today we have descended to 250. So your guest in the house is not worried about that. He's not worried that.
Okay, please, would advise you to please keep your comments very safe, because a lot of people are listening.
No, he made
I understand. If you have to make a comment, can you?
Commentary that is not safe, so I'm making my.
No, please, you have to keep it very safe because we are talking on national TV. Thank you so much for your comments. It's well appreciated.
Okay, all right.
Allow him, let him land. Let him land.
No, you're allowed to speak, but you just have to keep it safe and pure because you're speaking on national TV.
All right, sorry, I've asked you, but I want to let your guest in the house answer this question.
Okay.
Is it that Nigeria does not have presidential aircraft before now?
All
because,
right.
this administration is taking us for granted. As we are complaining from this hardship, from one hardship to another, he will come out and give a speech, giving a sugar-coated speech that
all right.
we should tighten our belt.
All right,
the next day you will hear about one thing or the other that is heartbroken.
Your question is taken. Thank you so much. All right, please.
The question he has is very germane. Nigeria have aircraft. They have aircraft. Even during Buhari's time, we have about 9 or 8 or something like that. And they were even saying that they should say some. But the culture in this country, the problem is not just the leaders, but the problem, I can say, is me and you and other followers. And again, the class of people that we vote in as our House of Representatives and Senators, they are the major problems. They don't question the SSEs of our leaders. All the governors in the 36 states of Nigeria now, they have all bought new vehicles for themselves. Does it mean the immediate past governors don't have good vehicles? We bought vehicles for them. It is still from the same public purse. Any new person that comes to power, we buy new vehicles for them. It's a culture. So you cannot deprive the president of that right. It's his right. Even if we have 200 aircraft on ground, it's his right. Go to your state now and ask your governor, even your local government chairman. The moment they are elected and sworn in, you see them buy new cars. Doesn't mean the immediate past head of that office doesn't have vehicles that he or she was using that you can be using. Any vehicle you buy for any governor today, as they are going with it. It's part of our culture, and it is we, the citizens, that causes all of this problem.
All right, let's quickly take this call.
We can't blame the president.
Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
I think you Omega Obayemi from Kebbi State.
All right, please, kindly turn down the volume of your TV set.
The network is very bad for our side today.
turn down the volume of your TV set first so we can hear you.
Well, it's very bad for us, I say. Okay, sir. Mr. Richard.
Thank you, sir. Good morning.
So I support you. It's very good. We will know that if any new government come and we must buy all the things new for the government. Like the governor now, it's true that they buy the new motor for the governor. But you say now, you say inside this thing, they have about 9. Why can't you them say the old one and use the money, buy the new one for our president? Because it's my father too. I cannot pray that he should die for crash. This is the Nigeria. If anything happens to the man now, they will first say he's the Nigerian president as we did before. The old one is in the ground. Let them push the old one out and use the money. Even they will add for the money and buy the new one for him.
All right. Thank you so much.
That is my opinion.
That's very well taken. Thank you so much, Okweme from Kebbi State. Good morning. All right.
Just like Okweme said, like his opinion now, ordinarily should come from his representative, either the senator representing him or the House of Rep member representing him. But are they speaking the mind of the people they represent in the National Assembly? That is saying, yesterday I watched one elder statesman, Buba Galadima, on one of the TV stations. I watched him carefully, very careful from A to Z until the program finished. He said, we don't have National Assembly now. You get my point? Few of them, they are just few who have that national interest of saying what should be done for the country to be better. Now, the remaining one of them, they are business lawmakers. so the problem is just us, the followers.
Let's quickly take this call.
Hello, good morning. Blame the president.
Good morning. Are you there? Hello, are you there? Okay.
Now we are here complaining about a presidential aircraft. Who should pay the price most? It's we, the citizens. During the election now, we will not pay price by electing quality, good leaders, good rep members, good senators, good governors, then the people that we elect now appointed new good ministers, good commissioners that will serve us.
Are you saying that we are the problem?
We are the problem.
So that means you are agreeing to the fact that
we are the problem.
Richard, you are agreeing to the fact that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu needs a new jet, and because Nigerians went out in millions and millions to vote him.
No.
Nigerians
made a very right choice. He was not the only person that stood for the election. But destiny at this time.
So who are you referring to in this contest?
I am saying that we should elect people that will question the essences of government. It is not Tinubu, but President Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself who said they must buy aircraft from. Even if he suggests that my aircraft is bad, though, and the National Assembly said, okay, let's make arrangement to buy aircraft for him. There are some other legislators who will question it. Why is this aircraft bad now? Then you have to go deep into it to know why we have to buy new one. But now what we have, nobody cares to question anything. Whatever the leader says, it goes. Because if you say anything negative, maybe you'll just be there receiving your salary.
Let's quickly take this call. Good morning. Good morning.
Problem, not a mass problem.
I'm Tony from Enugu.
Tony from Enugu, good morning to you. Go ahead. Which story?
How is the core city this morning?
Very fine.
Very good.
Fine.
Go ahead, Tony.
Yes, the man in the studio, I greet him, but I don't agree. Even once, for what he's saying, he's not being honest. How can you tell me that is either he has compromised or he's speaking for them, or he's just telling lies? How can he tell us that the president has done the right thing by buying an aircraft at this point that people are suffering? man in the studio is now pushing the blame on citizens. This man forgot that people voted and voted, and most of them were disenfranchised as a result of violence in Lagos and other places. He didn't see that too. He never saw it. He's blaming the people for coming out to vote, and after voting, their voters were suppressed. He never blamed INEC or INEC chairman that did not put into cognizance the RF, whatever that never
IREV.
Yes, RF, something like that never won. He never saw those also. It is this man, it is like that is causing problem in this country because they will see the truth and cover it.
All right, thank you so much.
There is no how.
Thank you so much.
If you bring him, bring somebody to counter him.
You're already countering.
Thank you so much.
You're already countering me. You're already countering me. There's no. You can't even go straight to say you are blaming INEC national chairman from your own polling unit, my brother. In Enugu, your own polling unit, it was an NYSC official that stood to manage the election in your polling unit. And the election was declared from your own polling unit. What was your contribution to question the result that came out of your polling unit? In your entire world as well. Results of election were computed.
Richard, let's take another call.
And sent to National INEC before he made the what he made was just mere announcement.
Let's take another call.
Mere announcement of results.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, it's Collins from Otukpo, Benue State.
Collins from Otukpo, Benue State. It's great to hear from you this morning. You have less than 1 minute. Very quickly, please.
Please, I want to ask the analyst. Do we still have representatives in all our National Assembly, like the House of Rep or House of Assembly or Senate again? There is one thing I want us to understand more, especially with the Africans. You see, the seat-tight syndrome has become a logic or a policy among our politicians. They don't look to the pains and the suffering of the masses anymore. What they are looking up to is just their own personal interest. Let's take it now. During the first election of Kogi, we all heard what happened. We all see it. An election become a fight like civil war because they know what is at stake. Not until the money, the earnings of our politicians are being reduced.
All right.
Okay, now the civil servants are trying for their salary structure.
Collins, you need to round off.
They didn't say anything. They only look to their own purse until their money is reduced to nothing. They say they come to serve. No, they are not coming to serve us. They come to loot us. Not until all those things are being correct. We are not going forward.
Thank you so much.
I want to say the statement that Comrade what's his name? Dino Belay is still ringing in the ears of every man, every market.
Thank you so much, Collins. Our time is fast spent. We are sorry we have to let you go. Our time is fast spent. Please, if you have to call, remember that you just keep your comments just 1 minute to every caller so we can entertain all calls and we're not able to leave anyone. Our time is fast spent. We have so many things to talk about, but the calls, our phone keeps buzzing. Good morning. Hopefully my last caller for today. Turn down the volume of your TV set, please. Hello, are you there? Good morning. Please turn down the volume of your TV set or move away from it so I can hear you.
Yeah, good morning. Can you hear me now?
You can hear you. Go ahead. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Okay, I'm Gilbert Sylvester. I'm calling from South State.
All right, go ahead. You have less than 1 minute.
Yes, I want to debate on the issue of buying the private to president. You know, it's good to protect our prisoners in Nigeria entirely. It's good. If that would be done, okay, it's a good idea. But if that would be done, okay, there's also look the set of mass people now, especially time. Well, this fuel subsidy be removed, okay? Look at there's a lot of this is getting too much. Those are people that are eating from hands too much. People hardly like 2 times a case, twice again. What is not fair? But look at the way we selected, we voted for this vote to represent us, But they went there to fight it just for their family consumption. We'll check up again. Let them favor themselves, also favor our side.
All right.
That is Nigeria. You understand? So this is puzzling some of us.
All right. Thank you so much.
We voted, we're being disciplined for it, and at the end of the day, we'll benefit something again.
All right. Thank you so much. Your point is all right. Your point is well taken. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Morning.
Good morning. Very well. Thank you. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Oriri is my name from Ibadan.
Aderemi from Ibadan. You have 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, your guests named some of these points, especially this aircraft issue. The president is a symbol of Nigeria. He carries Nigeria everywhere he goes. His safety is very important. Democracy allows for minority view, majority view. And I think after election, we should all work towards what will bring Nigeria back to our feet.
All right.
For this of President Obasanjo, I think Obasanjo is not somebody who can just shut his mouth. If he sees something wrong, he will say it. It's not known to be a person that goes about cringing or saying anything. You may not like him. You understand? His visit to First Lady, I don't think there is anything really spectacular about it.
All right.
He may go out tomorrow and say something different from that.
All right. Thank you so much, Oluremi.
It has not been my pleasure.
Thank you so much for your contribution. Very well taken. All right. My last caller for today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Collins. I'm giving you.
You see, when Ningi happens to say the truth, what happens? He was suspended. That is to show you that they are not here for us. Let's take it. I want everybody to remember this. When Ningi made the speech, there was a panic. You guys think that we are fools? We know exactly what happened.
All right. All right, Collins.
Truth are not there. They are not there to even represent us. Let's just be frank to ourselves.
Collins, that's well taken. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I can't take any call. This is the most that we can take for today. Richard Oriri, in one word, what is your last word with regards to the presidential jet and all? Your parting word. One word, Richard Oriri.
My parting word is that the president, just like the last caller said, he carries Nigeria anywhere he goes. So we cannot deprive him of the right for protection.
All right.
His life matters to us as citizens of this country.
President's life matters to all of us as citizens of this country. That's coming from Richard Oriri. I'm so sorry our phones are still buzzing, but we can't take this call again. We can't take any other call again, but we appreciate your call. Please call us again. Tomorrow we have the polity, 2 p.m. today, and we're going to continue this conversation on the polity by 2 p.m. Call us and we would open our phone lines to hear you talk. My name is Annabel Orji. Good morning.